All right, we're here with Mike Bennett, Escambia High head coach, the dean of head coaches in Northwest Florida, and year 40 as a coach, year 30 as a head coach. We've talked about this before, but the passion, the love of it, how much is it still there?
Oh, it still burns, man. I wish I could do things as fast as I used to do, but I can't. But I still love the game. I love the kids. I love being around the coaches, and I enjoy getting up and go to work in the mornings. I mean, sometimes I'm there at 5:30. So
there you go. All right, so solid season last year again. Playoff run. 9-3 last year. What kind of comes back to you about last year's team and how you try to build off that with the group you have now?
Well, the three losses, to Niceville and Mosley and Choctaw. It's just, we had to work a lot harder in the weight room. Because they were just stronger than we were. They were faster than we were. They were stronger than we were. They were just a better football team than we were. And so that's been the biggest thing this year is since the season was over from last year. Is just we hit the weights as hard as we can, and we changed our workout some, especially in the summer, and we did some things different to try to make kids a little bit better.
All right, offense, you only have about 4 starters back. At quarterback, is Billy Dunn is going to be stepping in for you this year. Played some last year.
Right.
What do you like about him and how maybe he's progressed?
Billy, he's a smart guy, and he can throw it, he can spin it really well. Runs better than people think, but his work ethic is second to none. So, does he make mistakes? Of course, because our offense is a little complicated. Everybody just thinks, just read one guy. No, it's a little bit different from that. But Billy's coming along and he's doing really well, and I'm proud of all our quarterbacks.
What do you think offensively? Where's the strength going to be, and who are some of the other guys that you really?
Well, it's got to be the offensive line, even though they're young. But that they've got to be. We'll always have good receivers. The receivers are, there's plenty there at Escambia, and we have really good running backs. We can trot out a 5'11", 220-pound running back, or we can trot out there a 5'9", 170-pound running back. And then we've got one that plays linebacker and running back. So, our running back position, I think we're better run the football.
5 guys back on defense. What do you feel like the strength's going to be there, and who are you looking to have?
Our defensive line, and Justice Payne, Adrian Battle, Cade Rollins came in, Jaden Miner, and Tobias Johnson. There's 5 guys right there, and then we got a couple other guys behind them that are pretty good players. So, our defensive line is the strength of our defense.
And one guy you always have back there is Gary Coward, your defensive coordinator for so many years. How much of a luxury has that been for you for all these years, having a guy like him to run your defense?
Well, it's great. But I have Chris Baker that I hired back this year to do the defensive line, and Coach JJ from Pine Forest. He came over to coach the secondary, and Gary moved to the linebackers. And then Coach Reggie's also helps the defensive line. Look, our defensive staff is great. They've been together, before or Coach Reggie and Coach Cowart for 20-something years. And then Coach JJ, he came on with us this year, and he's a heck of a DB coach. So I've got some really good coaches on that side of the ball. And I got a good coach on the offensive side of the ball.
When you look at the schedule, another tough schedule, and then how do you like the challenges you're facing, and then when you look at the district with Pine Forest and Washington, what are the challenges you see with kind of where their programs are at?
Well, everybody's good. Look, everybody's good. Our main focus is I'll be honest with you, it's been nothing but West Florida Tech, and that's it. We have them the first game. I don't even think about Washington or Pine Forest, to be honest with you, as far as scheming for them or getting. That's so far along, and you don't know who's hurt, who you're going to have, who they're going to have. So if you just don't take it one game at a time, then you look ahead to us or somebody, then somebody's going to beat you. And we've got Niceville in there, we've got Mosley in there, Bay. We've got some good teams before we get to Washington, Pine Forest.
Yeah, you're going to be tested, no doubt about it.
No doubt.
What have you seen so far in fall camp since you've been back? What have you liked with what your team and what you've seen?
Just how hard we're working. These guys are hustling everywhere. They're working everywhere. Coaches are pushing them. More than we've ever pushed them. It's been great. Like I said, the new additions to the defensive staff, and I'll walk them in there coaching, and and I mean, guys, I mean, it's just, and the kids responding to everything. So it's been really good. Hey, our offensive line, and I know we're young, that we may have 3 sophomores starting. I mean, we could have, and they're going to play anyway. But I mean, these guys are working. Coach Culpepper is working them extremely hard, and man, I mean, I'm excited about those guys.
All right. I'm asking all the coaches about the transfer, the way the landscape is right now. And you and I have talked about it before. But how do you, people going all over the place, it's just kind of, willing to, and I know you have your thoughts on it, but how do you try to handle it? And is it good for the game the way it is right now?
No, the worst rule that they came up with, where you could follow your coach, that was the worst rule ever. Coaches leave in high school football to get other jobs, get head jobs, but the players shouldn't be able to go with them. I mean, until a year, and that's the worst rule. Now, in the 9th grade, should kids, they should be able to go where they want to, and they pretty much can. We do have a school choice, and so there is a process. You can't just go where you want to go, but I don't know why kids leave. I mean, to be honest with you, since I've been in Escambia, we don't have kids leave. Not just leave, not live in our district and go someplace else. And even the ones that we've gotten from a private school, it's because something possibly happened there and they came to us and we were their home school. I can tell you this. I mean, if a kid's not happy, and I'll tell our kids, if you're not happy, man, go somewhere else. If you're not happy in your playing time, then go somewhere else. And I had a kid from another school that told me he was coming this year. I saw him, and I said, well, look, man, are you happy where you're at? He said, yeah. So why are you coming to us then? Because you may not be happy. And he's a good player. But the truth's the truth. I mean, you may not be happy with us. So, I mean, don't come unless that's what you really want to do. I'm not into this, recruiting kids. I don't want anybody to recruit our kids that are playing for us, and I don't want to recruit their kids. I mean, I don't want our coaches recruiting their kids. If they come, they come. But if they don't, they don't, because we still got good players. And you got to remember this: when somebody comes in, then one of those guys that played with you in the spring, that's maybe a sophomore or junior, they may leave, and then you only got this guy 1 year. So I mean, you got to be careful about. You can't tell kids they can't come, but I'll tell any kid. You talk to me, I'm not going to talk to you about coming. I'm just going to tell you, man, if you're happy where you're at, stay where you're at, because you may not be happy with Coach Bennett.
A lot have been, though.
That's right.
We know that. Coach, thanks as always. Good luck this season.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
And somebody do work.